What happens if you are given a series that does not start with 1 plus x to the power of n? So remember this very powerful word called factorize. Any series, you can make sure it becomes 1 plus x to the power of n. Just remember to factorize. Now, there are two types of series. It could be an increasing series, or sorry, ascending powers of x series, or a descending powers of x series. For ascending powers of x, we factorize out the constant. Okay, later I'll show you in an example. So in this way, all the powers of your x will keep on increasing. Okay, for decreasing powers of x, the opposite is true. If I want to decrease the power of x, I factorize out the x. Factorize out x. Okay, just these two ways. Increasing power, factorize constant. Decreasing power, factorize out x. Okay, let's go to an example to show you why. So firstly, I have 2 plus 3x to the power of half. First rule, always factorize first to make sure it is 1 plus x to the power of n. So in this case, a common mistake students will do is, I factorize out a 2. I will have 1 plus 3 over 2x to the power of half. Be careful. When you factorize 2 out of the bracket, the power half must also follow the constant. Okay, 2 to the power of half remains on the outside. Let's do binomial series for 1 plus 3 over 2x. That would be 1, okay, plus n. This is your n, half, and then the x is 3 over 2x. You have to practice enough to make sure that this is committed to your muscle memory. Half multiplied by half minus 1. It's okay to write like this. Mistakes happen when students don't write like this and they think that they know the expansion very well, but actually they have a misconception. Okay, over 2 factorial multiplied by 3 over 2x bracket square. How many terms do they want? They want to the fourth term, so we need one more. Half minus 1, half minus 2 over 3 factorial bracket 3 over 2x power 3. Close, or rather plus dot 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 first, then you close. Equal 2 power half, that will be square root 2. Okay, you can use calculator for this, that will be 3 over 4x. Use calculator for this as well as 3 over 2 square. Remember to put the bracket in the 3 over 2 and square it. Alright, you will have a negative of 9 over 32 x squared. Okay, use the calculator for this as well as 3 over 2 cube. You will have 27 over 128 x cube. Okay, plus dot dot dot, and finally multiply the root 2 inside. Okay, you will approximate to root 2 plus 3 root 2 over 4x minus 9 root 2 over 32x squared plus 27 over 128x cubed, and that is your series expansion for ascending powers of x. Okay, given in the same example, okay, before we go to the next part, sorry, for the corresponding range of the values for which the series, the expansion is valid, same thing, this would mean, look at the x. The x is 3 over 2x, must be lesser than 1. Modulus of x will be lesser than 2 over 3. Therefore, x is in between negative 2 over 3 to 2 over 3. And that's how you do it. Okay, so for descending powers, remember just now, Mr. Ivan says, ascending power, factorize constant. That will be the most logical way. So if it's the illogical way, what do? We factorize out the x. You can also do, okay, write 3x plus 2 in front, this way. So that when you factorize out the x, it will look like this. Take out 3 over 3x, okay, to the power of half still. So when you take out 3x from the first term here, it will always be left with 1. plus take out 3 over 2 from 2, it's 2 over 3x in this way. Okay, and then to the power of half. All right, because when you multiply 3x back to here, you will get 2. Okay, so these are very standard kinds of questions that you have to know. 3x to the power of half remains it on the outside. Okay, let's do the series expansion for this. That would be 1 plus nx. Okay, again, muscle memory. Half minus 1 over 2, 2 over 3x bracket square. Okay, one more term, plus half, half minus 1, half minus 2 over 3 factorial. Okay, 2 and 2 factorial are the same. 2 over 3x bracket square. Okay, plus dot dot dot, close bracket, equals to, so for this, I will just keep it here first. Okay, inside 1. In this case, you must know that the x is a denominator because over here, so be very sharp with this. Okay, you can just use calculator for half times 2 over 3, you will get half, but the x is still, sorry, 1/3. X would still be the denominator. Okay, over here, same thing, you can use your calculator for this part as well as 2 over 3 with a square. Make sure you know that after you got the answer, oh, that's 1 over 18. What about the x? There's an x square as a denominator over here. Over here. Write it properly, present neatly. Okay, plus 1 over 54. Again, can you see? Oh, this is x cubed. This is an over x cubed. So x cubed is here. Plus dot dot dot. Okay, all you need to do is to multiply this in. This would be square root of 3x. That's fine to leave it that way. Plus, okay, what happens? Root 3 of x over x minus root 3 of x over 18x squared plus root 3 of x over 54x cubed. Okay, so you cannot have x over x or square root x over x in your working. You have to do one more step. Okay, root 3x. Manipulate in your mind yourself. This is power half. This is power 1. Half minus 1. That will be over x power half denominator. Minus, you can even use your calculator. Half minus 2. Okay, then you will know that this is root 3 over 18 x to the power of 3 over 2. Okay, then since there is a pattern over here, you can just write this root 3 over 54 x to the power of 5 over 2. And that is your series expansion for decreasing power. You realize why is it decreasing power is because the power of x gets bigger as the denominator. That would mean it is a decreasing power. Okay, what about for the expansion to be valid? We always look inside the bracket. Just look inside the bracket will do. Don't have to complicate things. Look at inside the bracket. Look at here. Look at what I'm circling. If you can't see, I'm going to do it again. Okay, I'm going to use my red pen and circle. Can you see the 2 over 3x? Yeah, it is always inside within the bracket. The modulus of 2 over 3x must be less than 1. Okay, so in this case, be careful. You can only say that 1 over x, modulus of 1 over x is less than, multiply 3 over 2 on the other side. Okay, and you can't flip it like that and keep the inequality sign there. You have to cross multiply because a modulus is always a positive. So cross multiply. Okay, and this means that modulus x is greater than 2 over 3. And when it's greater than 2 over 3, it means on the left and right, x is less than negative 2 over 3 or x is greater than 2 over 3. For expansion to be valid, we always reject the negative value of the x. Okay, so in this case, this is how you do an expansion for decreasing power.